Happy Wednesday. What's up, everyone? Super excited for today. I'm actually going to go over how I'm actually using Land Insights to help me raise capital. I'm going to record some Loom videos and stuff like that, go over some current deals we have, and kind of prep out. I'll show you guys exactly the Loom I send, all the stuff I go over when I send a Loom to a prospective lender. So pretty excited for that. I want to go over some deals that we have in the works and some other stuff. We do have 2 more spots for Land Insights, just a heads up. But before we kick off today's call, just want to take a moment to give credit where credit is due. First off, if you guys are looking to join the best land investing community on the face of the earth, honestly, same community that I launched my own business. If you guys ever checked out the 90-day challenge, that's me. In just 90 days, and we've scaled to over 6 figures in just 90 days. It's pretty crazy. Band is pretty insane lately. So what Sumner and the team have decided to do is, instead of just letting the hordes of people come in, they're really selecting people. So the enrollment is just capped at 15 people per month. So make sure you go there, do landinvestor.co/apply, and set yourself up a call. It's free. There's no obligation. Just set the call up and just have a quick conversation. Spots are very limited. And last but not least, so Land Insights, obviously we're using it. We got 2 more spots left open for the current V2 or V1. V2 is coming out later on. When that comes out, it's going to just be game changer, total game changer. It's going to be insane. So you want to make sure you get on the wait list for that. For right now, just go to landinvestor.co/landinsights.co, and then you could go on there and get yourself on the wait list. All right, so enough shilling. Let's get back to the show. So what I'm going to go over today, real quick, is I'm going to show you guys how I create a Loom, and then I send that Loom to prospective lenders and kind of drum up the conversation about the type of deal we're doing and why we think this is a good deal. And I'm going to show you exactly why I use Land Insights to do this. So it's actually pretty cool. I'm just logging into Land Insights right now. Just give me 1 second. I just got off a seller call, and it was actually a deal we originally had. We had it under contract for 40. We went through our whole process. We tried to double close it, and we just got no bites in 90 days. We tried to extend it, didn't get anything either. And it just kind of flopped. So we ended up canceling, unfortunately, because we tried to renegotiate. She would not renegotiate. So unfortunately, I hate to do it, but this is one of those deals we just had to cancel. The spread just wasn't there. It was locked up. We should not have locked it up where we locked it up at. It was done by another team member, another partner that we had on it. It was like a JV deal we were doing. So unfortunately, I just got off the call. It took me a few more minutes to hop off there, but couldn't go forward with the deal. So it sucks, unfortunately, and it is what it is. But all right, so I got Land Insights up. I'm going to pull up a few deals as well, because we need deals to be able to send them Looms. And what I do, I'll just share my screen. Let me do that. Happy hump day, man. Okay, so here we are. A lot of leads, a lot of stuff. So we got, this is one of the ones. So 52 acres. This is a property we just got under contract. We are under contract. We originally mailed him at $56,000, and we ended up going under contract for $38,000. It's a pretty sweet reduction. I credit Bob for doing that. Bob freaking crushed it, and he ended up getting this a lot lower. So screenshot price. Okay, so here's everything for the property. So here's what I do, and I'm going to show you guys quickly kind of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to take a closest property to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Redfin. Go here. Okay. So here's the properties. We're going to go here. I'm going to go nearby homes for sale. Go all filters, sold, land. And this was a just under 10-acre property, right? Let's double check that. This is a funky looking property. See how it's got like this road frontage right here and then it kicks back. It's kind of interesting. So it's 9.52 acres. So there's a 5. Let's do it at 20 and just see what we got going on. Okay. So let's get rid of this little button. So let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. Oh, so I wanted to, forgot to do that. Let's go back 1 year. Okay. All righty then. All right, so some of this stuff is not working out too well as far as like Redfin. It if I'm streaming and I'm on here, a lot of this stuff doesn't load right. So it kind of irks me a little bit. But what I'm looking for now is I'm just looking for some good comps in the area. Now we have a realtor CMA. The realtor said, basically what we could sell it for and everything like that. J2424. I'm looking here. I want to look for good comps. First, pull them up, open the screen. So January 3rd, see when pending. Okay, so that one, this one. December 5th just shows public record. We got 85, we got 12. Discord, go away. Quit. Okay. So this county's a bit of a different county. So it's not as super fast as others, but it's not as like the STR numbers aren't as crazy as other numbers are. But what we like about this county is the demand is super high. So the days to pending in this county are crazy low on a lot of the deals we had looked at. So that's kind of one of the driving factors we used when we were pricing out and picking this market was we were looking at, okay, what's the demand around this area and how many days does it take to go pending? So a lot of the deals we looked at going pending was pretty quick. So February 10th, March 2nd went pending contingent. So that's good. So we like that one. We got 195. This is a 19 acre though. So I won't put that one up. Alrighty then. Let's keep looking. Zoom out a little bit further. Let's grab Granville, North Carolina. Okay, so this is the total county. Let's look at, make sure my filters are still on. Sold land, land only, 1 year. I don't want to do 4 to 20. Okay. So this is in the area where the property is. So we got a 70. So we're thinking our exit should be on this property between 75 and 80K. Okay. So I'm just looking for comps that support that. Now I know it looks like these are kind of all over the place in this county, and this is just kind of, this county just trades like that. It's all generally the same pricing around here. Yeah, this was a weird one. Delisted. So that's strange. Look at when it went. So it only took a few days to go pending, or it took a month to go pending through the holiday season, but it actually didn't close the next year, which is awkward. Well, septic perk, no restriction on the tiny homes, manufactured homes allowed, stick built, ground built. So this is the reason why this one sold for so much more. Is you got 5 acres of well septic already on the property, electric ram, perk for 3-bedroom, no restriction, all that stuff. Isn't that crazy how much just getting a perk test done changes everything? You get a perk, you get all that stuff done, and it's just like drastically different. So it might actually be worth it in this county to get a perk test done. And that's something we're going to have to explore. This 194, 519 acres, currently off market. So for about 100K. So this sold for about 10K an acre. All right, so we'll leave that one up too. Okay, and then I'm going to go. So what I do here is I go to Land Insights. And let's look at this, STR analysis. Let's look at, this is December we're in right now. So let's go back. So we got 2 to 5, 5 to 10s. Let's check this. North Carolina. All right, so we got Granville. That's what I'm looking for. Gaston, Graham. All right, so this one's actually, for some reason, is not on here. It's weird. Interesting. Let's see. Let's go with the 3-month. I want to sort by that. Okay. And what is the other county we have? We actually have another one I should be doing. The other one is who is doing that one? That one is Iredell. Iredell County. There you go, Iredell County, right here. Okay. All right, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to open up another new window. And I'm going to do my other deal first because Granville is not on here. One of my other deals. Let's go back. Seller deals. Send to realtor dead leads. Dispositions. So we got Macklin. We got Maria. This one. Okay. Let's hit edit. So we got pictures for this guy. Okay. Let me add a little music. Add background. Okay. Cool. Let me see. Chase, Monsieur, hey dude. Your county listing agents, good dude. All the dude. This is perfect. All right, so we're gonna do Iredell County first. I'm just pulling up some of the stuff. I want to do this. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do. Sorry, guys. So here is. This is the property. We're gonna go here. I'm gonna grab this one. I'm gonna go Redfin. So Redfin, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna pull this up. This is the closest address. So the credibility you show by showing like that you guys track all these counties across the US, it just shows like you actually know what the hell you're doing. That's why we really love using Land Insights as part of our pitch for when we're looking to do to raise capital. So let's see. I'm gonna go land. I'm gonna go 1 year. I'm gonna go minimum. Let's do 5 to 20 here. And I hit C. Okay, so go back, zoom out a little bit. All right, so this one we got a 95 was the estimate. So let's sort by lot size. We're at 10.99 acres. So let's pull this up. This is a 10K property, 10K an acre property right here. Let's see how fast this one sold. So August, this took a month to go pending. That's good. It's about 9K an acre right here. This took 1 day to go pending. Crazy. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. When you want to find a good county, look at the days to pending. It's freaking crazy. Straight up the stairs, bouncing off the wall. Looking on it, it's on some lake. Don't we just? So that would not be good. That's an off-market property. So 58, that means it's about 13K an acre, 4.46, beautiful lot of privacy, all that stuff. Okay, so number first pending. Great. Lovely there. That one. Straight up the stairs. Okay. Okay, now let me go back to this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to click this. So I'm going to go over first. I'm going to show some of the info we have about the property. And one more thing. I want to pull this up on Land ID. Okay, creating a map. Go here. I'm going to be pushing my computer pretty hard on this. We're going to be running Loom. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing that. It's going to be crazy. So let's see if she holds up. Okay, go here, go. Iredell County. Okay. Absolutely stunning. So check the base maps. Which one's the nicest? There you go. Pretty nice looking property. She's got some. So the downside with this one property was that it does have this like valley that runs through it right here. So we originally didn't do anything with this deal. We were concerned about it, kind of gave up on it, and then Cassandra, our acquisitions manager, she came in and just called them, got it locked up for a solid price, and made it a deal. So we were quite excited about that. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'll also pull up a house. So let's go sold last year. I want to pull up a house that sold recently in this area. So house, see what we got. Okay, zoom out a little bit. 200K, 260. So let me do this. Let me lower this a little bit. All right. Should be better. 2.6 county, 175. So I'm kind of looking for something that was built more recently, just to see if I can find like a pretty good new build comp in the area. I can adjust my filters. Let's see, built in the last year, built at least 2018. Let's see. Okay, that's good. Okay. So we're gonna use that as well to show like what's going on over there. There's builds going on, all that stuff. New quality, new construction, Airedale, North Airedale schools. Okay. Built in 2023. This is perfect. Okay. So I got all my information pulled up. I have my December market analysis with Iredell County showing right here, showing what we are looking at. And I go through and explain all that stuff. I have, this is my property right here. And here's some pictures and everything like that. Okay, so now what I go ahead and do is I just go ahead and I go to Loom. And cool, I'm offline. Let's retry. On. Let's do Pro Web. Okay, let's see. Let's turn on road. Let's see if that works. Should be good. Audio, let's check. Yep, okay. Should. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go here and I just start by saying hey guys, so we got another property, another opportunity for lending. So this is the property right here. Here, I'll actually show you this real quick. So right here, this is the property. Nice, it's 10.99 acres, kind of an awkward shape, but it's got a really good area back here, flat spot and everything like that. So this does have a small valley running right through the center right here. Show you this. So right here has a valley running through. So that was originally a cause for concern, but we noticed that there's actually a clearing right here and they had started to put a roadway in. So you're going to be able to pull off this main road and get them right there. But we also noticed and asked the seller about this. There is an easement to access her property right here at Roswell. You come straight down and you could access her property right through Roswell as well. So you have two options to get into this property, whether it's road or back. It also leaves us open for options too to consider is possibly cutting right here or cutting right here, whatever the case may be, and subdividing this out. I don't really want to do that necessarily. I'd rather just go for the quick kill, and that's that. As you can see, this doesn't really bother anybody. A lot of people are building off this roadway, so it's not really too much of a big deal. Let's look at this right here. We're going to go here. We're going to go on overlays. I just want to show you guys the FEMA floodplain. So you can see we're not in any flood zone or anything like that, so we're good there. You could see water features, wetlands. So we do have a water feature right here, which is actually a positive for the property. So we do like that. Now, as far as the property goes, the total raise for this property, believe this one we have for 55,000 is the total raise. I'll have to verify that and I'll send that all in the email. But I believe the total raise for this one is 55,000. The exit price for the property is actually going to be 95,000. We're probably going to end up listing it around 85,000, but the exit price we anticipate should sell for about 95. And what we do, so I'll show you some of the comps. Now, some of the comps over here, I pulled a few of them up already. So this is a bigger parcel. This is 18 acres, sold for about 10,000 an acre. But you could see it's pretty nice cleared land and everything like that. Yes, it is a little more relatively flat, but it is wooded and cleared and everything like that on the road. Not too far from here. Now, we anticipate we're actually going to be listing a little bit lower, less per acre in the area. So that's actually a good thing. So we're actually going to be under that one. Here's another parcel. Right here. This doesn't have that great of pictures. We're definitely going to be doing better pictures. But I want you to look at this. This is the most important thing right here. This went listed active for 139 and it went under contract pending in 1 day and it sold in less than 30 days. So that right there is extremely important for us. We're going to look at this one too. This is a nice piece of property, Iredell County, right down the street. Kind of a little chopped up in a way. Looks like they cleared spots, they have open spots, all that. It's kind of a weird shape, everything. But I want you to look this. This is a 4.5 acre property. It sold for 60 grand, which is about 12,000 an acre. And this baby sold pretty quick. I mean, this took about 30 days, which is still really good. Took about 30 days to sell. Now, it was obviously something happened. It was relisted active again, June 15th, and then went right back to contingent again 15 days later. And then it shows pending again. So some of this is a little weird. I don't always trust this, like when it goes back on and off and on and off, whatever. So I don't always trust that, but I do look at how long it took from when it was listed to when it goes pending. All right, so that one's another good one. This is another 5 acre property. This sold for 20,000 per acre, but this is a perfectly square lot, level, clear, all that stuff. Obviously a prime lot. This sold right here, April 6th, listed active, and went contingent. This took a while to go contingent. I'm not too sure why that is, but we do like. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to show you all the sunshine and roses. There are some properties that take a little longer to go contingent. What it could have been is that they were waiting on perk tests and stuff like that prior to going contingent. So I believe on this property, I have to double check. I think we have a perk test already for this one. And then last but not least, this is kind of stuff that's going on in the area. This is a new build that was just sold this year, right down the street, right on the other side of the highway, actually. This is a 2023 build. You can see it's all brand new. Nice looking property. So typically, this is on a 2 acre lot, and the way the home values typically, or land value typically goes, is 20% of the cost of a new build. Okay. So this is a 2 acre lot. This sold for 335. 335 times 20% is about 70,000. Okay. So that tells you that even if you wanted to build a house on that, you're pretty good. Let me show you this. So the reason why we know this is a good county to work in, this is like why this is good, is we'd use this market analysis to basically run through every single county in the US. And then what we do is we track the best counties. We have month over month over month of the data that tells us like, hey, these are the counties to work in. These are the counties that have the highest demand and all that stuff. For basic metrics, what we look at is we look for a pending or a 1 month sell-through rate. That basically means what's listed versus what's selling, at least 10 to 15%. We like to try to be above 15%. And then we look for on the 3 month, we really want to see something that's a little bit on the higher end, above like 25%. And then on the 6 month, we really want to be above 40 to 50%. And in the 1 year, it's 90. We're looking for at least 100% or more. Obviously, higher the numbers, the better. Now, the thing about this county is we look at it, it's got a 26% pending sell-through rate, which means right now the demand is extremely high in this county. So that's why we really like it. And then if you look at the 3 month, the 6 month, and the 1 year, we do have pretty good sell-through rate going through there. We have 34 active right now with 9 pending. 1 sold, 15 sold in the last 6 months. So this is also, just to preface this is just the 5 to 10 acres. So what we do is we look at, let's go back, show you a little bit. We actually track, this is just December, so we track all the counties in the different sizes too. So let's go into the sell-through rate for 10 to 20 acres, which that's kind of where we're going to fall into, is that 10 to 20 acre range. So let's take a look at this one real quick. This one right here, this is Iredell. Let me go to North Carolina again. All right. So this is kind of why how we pick out all of our counties, is by doing this. Well, we're going to go in here. We're going to track these counties. We're going to take a look at what's going on. Okay. See, actually the numbers are way better on the 10 to 20 acre. Slightly, not like way better, but definitely slightly better. 24% on the pending. The 1 month is only 6%, but that's still good because the pending is high. The 3 month is actually higher than it was before. It was around I think it was like 20% over there. 54 in the 6 and 112 in the 1 year. So actually bigger parcels sell quicker here. So we track all these counties, we look at everything, and that's kind of how we pick out our county. This is an integral tool to our entire business. Without this, we would not be able to be as successful as we are. Um, so yeah, so that's how we kind of could, be sure that we know this property is going to move because we could track demand and all that stuff. If you go back, we could actually show you right here. August, December, July, November, October, all the other markets. So we could even track. Let's go check Iredell County. Let's check 10 to 20, Iredell County, North Carolina. Let's look at some historical data and just see what we have. And see if they were just as busy then or not. Iredell County. So Iredell County right here, 42%, 10%, 58%, 94, 173. So the demand, while it did taper off a little bit, which is very typical for the winter, demand typically tapers off in the winter, it's still strong. And we're going to see a bigger increase for that. And also for other knowledge, we just sold another property in a county that's bordering this county. We sold it in 5 days. We had it under contract within 5 days. Very similar size, very similar shape. And the last but not least, let me just show you a couple pictures. So we had our realtor go out there. As we talked about, here's the road they just built across this little ravine. That's a little roadway. We do have some shoring up we got to do. We're going to probably drop the price down about $5,000 to go ahead and add some road, add some rock and all that stuff to this. Right here, this is the ravine itself. It's not too crazy, but it's definitely a good watering hole for animals and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. So if you have any other questions, just let us know. I'll describe all the points and everything like that inside our email. And yeah, if you have anything else, if you want to hop on a Zoom, just let us know. All right. Thank you. Awesome. So what I do here all the time, I always do this. I always create a, ending up. This is Iredell. Sorry, I just got to do this real quick. Iredell. All right, sweet. Okay. Let me just copy that. Stunning. And I'll just drop that into Pebble and boom. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'll create an email. Actually, let's just do that too. Why not? So let's go here. All right, let's send this to Toby. Hey, Toby. This is the North Carolina property we discussed the other day. Slight price reduction, but it is a good deal as it is. For total capital needed is 55K. Exit price is between 85 and 95K. And then I'm going to just describe, so what I describe too, point schedule. Day one, day 1 to day 120, 10 points. 10 points. Day 121 to day 240 is 12 points. And day 240 to 365 is 14 points. So basically, if you guys don't understand what I'm putting here, the points that I'm putting are basically it raises. So after when we hit day 241, it would go up. Points lock when property goes pending, when property has a signed contract. Okay, and then if the property doesn't sell within 1 year, we will either sign it over to you or split the proceeds 50-50. Capital is secured with a promissory note. Deed of trust, title, policy, and JV agreement. Cool. So that's basically what I'll send. Lending out. So that's what I send to all my lenders. I'll basically do the same exact thing. I'll copy this. And I'm going to go ahead and send this to a couple other people. And these are all people that I've met, I've known, I've done other real estate deals with, all that stuff. So we kind of that's kind of how we just we meet all these different people and we kind of go over different things. And they end up talking to us and they're like, yeah, we want to do this, but we also don't want to. We want to get into it, but we just want to lend. We don't want to, get into all that other stuff. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I love working with lenders. So we meet them, we work with them, we build their pockets, get them nice and fat, and everything like that. So we use Loom all the time for training, for everything. So I'll show you my Loom real quick. So if you go into my library, I record seller calls, I do deal walkthroughs, I do all kinds of stuff. So we also have SOPs all recorded on here. So we'll record SOPs, put them onto Looms, and then we link back our SOPs from our other pages and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty easy. We have SOPs. We have more. Let's see. We have raising capital, pricing markets, all different sales calls. So if I'm on a sales call, I will record myself going in here and going through everything, right? So let's say this guy right here. So I'll record myself in the call. What I really like about Loom, it is also as the AI. I have all this stuff, right? So I could add context in the beginning, context at the back end. So it's not just a call, right? Sometimes when you're in your CRM, you would just see a call. And it's like, okay, but I don't have any context about why you're calling, what was discussed, all that stuff. So what I'll do a lot of times, I'll say, hey, I'm calling Brian Paris about his property. His sister owns the property next door. I'm going to work on trying to buy both properties. Boom. And then I go through the conversation. At the end, I break the call down and say, hey, this is what we talked about, blah, 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 blah. So let's say I don't pick up the lead next time, somebody else does. They could watch this Loom, set it on fast speed, watch it real quick. Boom, done. So at least they have context. Works out pretty cool. So I use Loom all the time. It's such a great thing. What's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? Anybody have any questions with anything? What's going on in your world? Let's check out Land Insights. Let's see what we got going on in Land Insights. Okay. December. I actually have another property. Let me stop sharing right now. Okay. So I'm gonna pull up a property real quick. Somebody sent me. Okay, he sent me a property. Copy address. And he wants me to underwrite it to see if it's what it's worth. So let me just go. Okay. Okay. So let me go back to sharing. Cool. Okay. So got a property here. This is in Arkansas. So what I'm basically looking for now, I wanted to see it's a 40-acre parcel. And I want to see the development potential, or I want to just see what it's kind of worth, right? So first things first, I'm going to look for a cash value. What can I buy this thing at and flip it, right? So you got a 40 acre for 100K. So 40 acres, small suburb of Little Rock, called Sweet Home. Land features 5,000 feet from roadway. Okay. This took listing removed, went pending. Okay, so this took about a month and a half to go pending. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Dennis, good stuff. Yeah. No, we offer flat points. I want to just pay them points. So we don't do like APY or anything like that. I don't care if I borrow the money for a day. I borrow the money for 120 days, whatever it is. You're gonna get the same 10 points. That's just how I structure my deals. I could do APY, but then it's like 10%. You're gonna get like why? I don't know. It's not worth it for a lender. 10% per year on 50 grand. You're talking about 5,000 spread. You're talking about like making like $1,000, right? I'd rather give them $5,000 on the deal, and then now they have 55K to lend. And next time I get a deal, put them back in it. Now they have 60K to lend. Next deal they get it. Now they have 65K to lend. So I just fatten their pockets up, and it's building future money for me to work with them, right? So I kind of like I'm totally fine giving them that much. Doesn't bother me at the least bit. So that's my take on that. Some people are more stringent and they're like, nope, give me this. I like to fatten people's wallets because at the end of the day, they're fattening mine. So, all right. So we got. All right. So for cash value for this property, I don't actually see much going on in the larger acreage ranges. Let's see, 10 to 20s. I mean, you definitely got some stuff going on, but the prices are so not that great. So 10, 25, 100K, 2090 for vacant land. What happens if we cancel the property? The lender doesn't want to take ownership and you end up taking a loss all on the lender. All right, so what happens if we cancel a property? The lender doesn't want to take the ownership and you end up having to take a loss all on the lender. So lender's in first position, right? So basically we could either sign the property up off over to them. They don't want to take ownership. That's fine. We just go 50-50 JV agreement and say, hey, whenever this thing does sell, you get all your money back. Any profits, we split 50-50. Is what it is. More than likely, what we're going to do is when that's never going to happen, we're going to take money from another deal, pay off our lender, and take ownership of the property ourselves. Now, that's what we will do if it ever happens. But this is where it comes back to make sure you're buying a good deal. Okay. make sure you're buying deals that is the pending really low. What are the sell-through rates? What's going on in the market? Are people actually buying land like that in the market? So if you can't point all that stuff out first to begin with, don't buy the deal. That's actually what happened just with the deal right now. We were going to double close. I ended up canceling it. We were in it to buy for 40K, and we should have exited at about 65. We got no bites on it, and I'm like, I can't, in good conscience, put a lender in a deal that I'm not sure what's going to happen with. So we ended up having to cancel that deal, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I just wouldn't buy it. That's pretty much the truth. So this is the new price change, August listener mode. Okay, weird. All right, so there's not much going on in this area, man. Oof, he's not gonna be happy. Let's check. What is this? 1.9 40 acres. Got it, thanks. Russell. All right, so next thing I'm gonna look for, does this even have subdivide potential, right? So let's go filters. I want to look at sold land, house. Take land out of the question. No min, no max. And I just want to see year built. I want to look at the last like 3 years. What's built in this area. All right, so you got one. What tells me immediately when I look at this, no subdivisions are being built. Nothing's really going on. So that kind of tells me like, all right, not really that great. So I could just do this too. Hey man, just taking a look at Little Rock. So what I'm looking at first is I'm just trying to see new builds. I'm trying to see new builds in the area. And I see a couple one-offs, like you got 1, 2, like they're kind of all over the place. I don't see any subdivisions. Okay. So that's one red flag. I got something right here. Looks like you got a couple. You got a couple houses right here. It looks like it might be a possible subdivision. No, not really even a subdivision right here. Yeah. There's nothing in the immediate area. I guess Little Rock there probably is. Let me check. West, east. I don't see anything really east. Scott, you got some. All right, you got a few properties here. Nothing too crazy. So that's kind of a red flag for me. Now let's just check land value real quick. Land value is this. Let's see how it is. Land, take house out. I'm gonna look at 5 to 100 acres in this area. We'll take the year build off. No minimum. Okay. So we don't have a lot of comps in the area. We have one real that's pretty close. 100 acres, 100,000, 400 acres. Let's look at calculator. Calculator open. So you got 100,000 divided by 40. 2,500 an acre. You got that. You got not a lot of action here, honestly. It's pretty slow. Let's check out December. Let's check out 200. Kansas. All right, so let's look at what county. What county is Little Rock in? Pulaski. Pulaski County. All right, so right here. So it's got some demand in here. There's definitely some properties available in the total county. Little Rock itself, I don't have the data on that. I have to look at it. But you got sell-through rates are a little low on the monthly. The 1 month is pretty decent, 19%. 3 month is pretty good. Actually, is good. 6 month is great. 1 year is good. So actually, it has good sell-through rates. The only thing I'm noticing, let's try to adjust this. I'm gonna go back. I want to go to the larger acreage sizes. So let's go 20 to 40s. Pulaski. There it is. Yeah. All right. So you can see right here the sell-through rates. The demand is not really that great for larger parcels. There's really only one that actually sold. Um, it's decent, but it's not amazing. So I think all in for this property would probably be at maybe like 1,000 an acre. That's probably the best we could do for this area. So thanks, man. All right, cool. So that was just a quick JV deal. Little Rock property here now. Cool. I'll just send that to him. Dude, Loom, if you guys haven't used Loom, Loom is such a freaking powerful tool. It honestly is. I use it all the time for everything. All right, cool. So that is that. Now, do we have? Oh, this is that other property. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna run through this one again too. Pebble. And keys. Okay, here's the property. Okay, let's go here. Let's go to Granville. Alrighty. All right, so we got another parcel here. This one is actually a it's an awesome little piece. Originally, it's got some little bit of road frontage right here, which originally we are like, oh crap, we're not too sure. But we looked into it. So we originally offered higher, but we ended up getting a lower contract price on this one. So it's got enough road frontage by the county for us to access it, which is great. It does have this easement right here, but this is a power line easement. Runs through all these properties. One of the reasons why we got a big price reduction. But after that, once you pass the front of the road, you're perfectly fine. You get back into this parcel. Nice old growth timber on here. Pretty relatively flat. Nothing really we're too concerning as far as we know, as far as it goes. So this is the parcel right here. Let's check out wetlands and all that stuff. So let's go here. Let's look at FEMA floodplain. Nothing. Water features and wetlands. So you get a water feature in the back end of the property, which is great. We love to see that. We haven't gotten our drone shots yet for this picture for this property. We're going to do that soon though. So that's the parcel right here. The total raise on this one is about, I think we're going to be all in. Total raise about 45,000 with an exit price above 75,000. Take a look here. So we are at a, let's see, 9.52 acres. Here you can see here. This is the property. This is the survey and all that stuff. So right here is that's the easement and everything like that comes through. And then we got, oh, that's just the old deed and all that stuff. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, so we took a look at the property. Now we got comps from our realtor and everything like that, based on market sold comps recently. So this was a 85,000, 8.53 acres. This sold for 10,000 an acre. This was public record, so we don't actually know what the pending date was. Right here we got another track. This was a 10.42, sold for about 9,000 an acre. October 3rd. This is a little weird the way it went listed and pending. It took a little while, about 2 months, but typically we see a lot of like slower times between the Christmas and holiday season. So I don't think that's much, that abnormal. We do see that quite a bit. You can see this one here too. There's another parcel. A lot of these are not listed that well. I will say that they're not listed to our standards. We'll have nicer drone shots, great pictures, and all that stuff. This is not how we do it. Bring your builder, 7 acre. This is terribly written, everything like that. But that's one of the contributing reasons why it takes a little bit longer to sell. But the value's still there. This actually did go pretty contingent pretty fast, less than a month, which is love to see that. Another nice piece right here. This one actually has some better pictures and all that stuff still, but just not a lot of pictures. It's actually not great. 7.62 acres, plenty of road frontage, open pasture. This was decent shape. Let's check. So this went listed, contingent, delisted, sold. Always weird stuff, especially around the holidays. Like I said, I don't really merit that. That sometimes it does take longer around the holidays to sell a property. Luckily, we're not there now. This one was a 5 acre that sold for 165. Now this one I brought up because this is a 5 acre with septic already on the property, electric ran, perk for a 3-bedroom, no restrictions, no tiny homes. Okay. This is a good idea of let's say we want to do some improvements on the property. This is what we could potentially sell for. So I love to see this. Love to see these types of properties, these types of comps. This sold relatively fast. June to July went price change. It was delisted and relisted. And then once it was relisted, probably for the correct price, that's usually what happens is they put the wrong price originally. Once it went relisted, it was pending in a month, sold by the end of the month. So I will consider getting a perk test done on this property. I'm going to first check with the county to just verify all that other stuff. As far as it goes with access, road frontage, all that stuff. But overall, this is a great looking property. And as always, we track all the counties throughout the entire country. This is one of the counties that we really liked inside North Carolina. It's Granville County. So it's got really good sell-through rates, really got really good track numbers. Really, the pending is really great. So we love this county and stuff like that. We actually have a couple deals coming up in this area. So be on the lookout for this property. Talk to you soon. Cool, guys. So that's basically what I do. That's how I create my lending videos and all that stuff. I just go through and I'm not very salesy on them. I just kind of just be authentic. So love it, guys. I'm going to get out of here today. I got to make some calls, but appreciate you guys hanging out. All right. Later.